Welcome, welcome, welcome another week of light languages and collective healing intentions. We are in the week 223. This is the first event on 2025. Together we will be talking about astral dreaming, Mukus Inik and Taina, and we will be sending light languages to improve the ability, any psychic ability, and also the astral dreaming source where we can get so much information through dreaming, like many native or aboriginal tribes do and still do in our planet. Mistit ik ikututakata ietik akuntaita. It's interesting because today I woke up and I had this super clear memory about a dream where I was climbing rocks in a coastline. And I was there with someone. I don't know. I can't recall who is that person to me. I just knew that that person is important to me. It was the feeling like it was my guide there, like giving me the support that I needed to feel confident to climb all that rock in that cliff from the coastline. The thing is that at some point in that dream, I feel like going down. So I start, like, instead of climbing up the cliff, in that moment I went down and I reached the sand, the sand of the seashore, and out of the sand, that being with me said, "Be aware or watch it, because there is a shark coming towards us." And then I dip into the water and I saw the shadow that I couldn't recognize from far away. I couldn't recognize as if it was a shark or not. So I went deeper into the ocean, and then I stand up, and I reached that level where the water was already at this level, so I could see everything in front of me. And as I stood there, I saw that shadow, dark shadow, gaining the shape of a massive white shark. And suddenly I had that shark just in front of me. And his attitude was a little bit aggressive. And I could tell that he was hungry. And so I felt like placing my foot in his nose just to stop him from pushing me, because he was trying to get inside my space, my energy space. So I placed my foot like in his nose, and I say telepathically, no, you don't need to do this. You don't need to do this. I'm not here to harm you. I'm not here to have any problem with you. And then he tried a second time and a third time. And in that third time, I told him telepathically, my energy was like bursting out of my body, like so much energy coming out of my body, and what I felt is like a rebirth, is recognizing my energy and understanding that with faith we can stop any danger or any situation. And also I felt that that dream was telling me that we have that power again of telepathy. When we use our light languages, we are doing that also. Also when we talk in any language, when we do it from the heart, we are passing that telepathy with the words, that energy with meaning, and we can communicate that with animals, and we can interact, if we believe, with animals. But that dream wasn't telling me that that was only for animals. To me, that dream was telling me that I have that power to do it with everyone, in any situation, whether it's dangerous or not. And the reason why I'm sharing this is because to me that was an astral dreaming. When I came back after the shark left, I felt like coming back into my body, literally like being outside of my body and coming back and landing inside my body. That was the feeling. I know that there is so much theory out there about that we don't leave the body or occupy the body. It's only our soul concentrating in this point of reality, in this point of consciousness. I know all of that, but the feeling is what I'm sharing here. The feeling is like my soul coming back to the vessel or to a physical form. And I found it hilarious that I found that hilarious because today the event was about astral dreaming, and just last night I had one, a very powerful one, bringing that strength and knowledge and understanding and integration about the power that we have if we use it, if we want to use it, if we want to use it with determination, if we want to use it allowing the power to integrate in our whole system, in every cell. So today, as every week, we are going to do some blessings, and we will do an invocation to support our sleep and rest, and another one to enhance or activate our gifts and intuition, so that we can have this astral dreaming ability activated, and later on we will do a collective transmission with light languages also to support the astral dreaming ability. We will be removing any obstacle. We will be activating any part in your system with these light languages to allow that ability or gift to be enjoyed, because it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to come to this reality and have all that information, just as if you watch a movie. As you meditate on all those visions and experiences, you start getting a lot of information from that dream. Something I do also is to share it with some brothers and sisters who are also light workers, and sometimes they send me their interpretation of that dream, and it's lovely to share that and to get feedback from different aspects and different angles. Okay, let's start with the blessings. If you want to go ahead, Wendy. Today we have our lovely sister Wendy with us.
Great blessings to all. Ya toka smishiara eliamo kumpaya. Azamosaba shimura baka eleja meti inkia ejinu jimiki nibispa ila ila kotopi. Lazano baspi ishao aha. Kanimila bakarira bakumura bakashiti. Zono shoki endi lashono bi shono kolianda paka. Alizanta eje kete entea tea kama leve shamasha aveshe ka inkiala keteandoko kuzumo subeshi intaya lazano vasha kotoko ilajano pa alake zanashino kwa nyato. Well, this is one of my favorite subjects. Nyato vesha miata. Oh, you want to say hi? Oh, wait.
Hello, Dave. Tunaka.
I'm here working and sharing in the energies, and I just wanted to share. It's so funny because I'm working on making a document. I'm creating some documents for training, and as you're talking, literally in the document that I'm sort of copy pasting from one place to another was the word intuitive. and then entity.
No.
Right as Wendy started speaking. And I mean it's and hi brother Wesley, we miss you. We're thinking about you. We know you're here with us energetically. And perhaps I'll share a dream that I had that was sort of similar to what you were talking about in nature.
Wonderful. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. Kuchana kuachana kata. Kuana kusina kata. It's so wonderful. Kukana wata. I look forward to listen to that dream also. Kupachana kata. I love listening to or reading people's dreams. I really love it. I really love that. I always find so much wisdom in between the lines. Muhanatika ute estinika. I find them so magic. Mukachana atune teki katutane kata. Tuna kina kata tuna kata. Shina kini kana kukata tenika na kutu no kutukutu kunchana kwata. Mese nika tukuine. Sanu oha o amakachana. Masenika chene katuna kianaku. Mishana kaina kata inakata. Mahana uono kutu itaka une chene kiana katuina. Ame shene kane kai eta umache. Isha ukachane katane kikantane kiana kukatai. Mia na ya makuchana koina kataina makuchane shene kitana ote ita uko una sharla kia maguma chane anika naisa na wuma chainete shene kitana ki makuko cheneta koke chia tate chatawa mika atana kuka chena kuka chaneka mechana kuka chateta che chachaku chichama kuko chene ketai boko no to imaku sha imamo chena wu chene ke chawama enya ku chena ka ku chanaka enya chena ku kan chane ka tai ni ka to e pa wana pa ka chanaka na ki chana ku ka tai na ka te ya mama ba ku ho wa ya ba ku e ma ku kan dai ni ka ki ma Ho Aisha Ho Ai Esha Ho Hai Esha Ho Hai Esha Ho Hai Mucha nakakita tene mikina mo he anaku kereka tu mekata mama Meshana kuka anakake Shana kukaneka nukana hamoka tashana kukutuna shau maye ahu hai shana huaye Ahu hai hey na hu hai hey na hu hai Misnenta kunta ini katrita na kunta chana mo Mishana kunta dana mata mata tere kia adan chana kunta katita na ka Rohana hoana hai Au machan ai Utsene katani katanu chana rika kunta na kukoisha boko kunta na kasha na inta ona katene tika ta kunta na ka kunta una na tia wata osa tia na wata. I'm talking about Brother Wesley. He just arrived. Musanika wata. No, brother.
So weird. I was just thinking about you that moment you said that. I'm like, I was drawing symbols and I was thinking about Wesley and then you said, there he is. I'm like, what?
And Brother Dave also mentioned you, brother. And Brother Dave say, and we know that you are with us, Brother Wesley. We send you our love and blessings too.
Ina koato veshe.
Did you want to do your blessing, brother? We are just in that spot of the event. Yeah, Sister Wendy did it. Brother Dave did it. I did it. I just finished when I opened my eyes. You were in the screen. Kukuata.
Hope you have a lovely Christmas. Sukunikia kawakata. Suko. I try to run this over. Shikota. Shiakita tokuta katikia. Makinikia tukuaka. Kanu saita ota. Nata tu katakia. Naiki kota kanakata. Kunukua. Mama mie ya hota kanokuaka. Kiata hosa sawa katukua. Shana kaniki ya hosa tahota. Mana kaniki ya kota na iawa. Oya shana kua. Hosua tai kia wahua. Maiki ya huoka. Nakana katua. Na iye ya sawa. Mamukini. Mamukani kia kawa. Mamukani kia koa. Ko tatu kati kata kota kuaka ye kuakawa. Ia kuaka. Mai kuaka, tokuaka na kuasa nuwa. Sukuni kuaka. Maiwata tuaka. Naiwata tukuaka. Makuaka.
Thank you, brother. Kuasa nukuata. Chanu kota kata fika.
Ia kuaka, nukuaka. Nawa.
Ia nawata. Sawata.
Nushikota kuaka.
Muku atanaka. Shane shane katuana. Lovely. Guashano kotana. So powerful. Mistene kitana kati ti yana utata ichano koata. Awo macha na kawata. Michana kuku atane kawata tena wata. Michane katata o tiana o macheni kiana o machainaka. Akuntane katatiana moko ishane kiana o. Omo chono ika namakucha na kisha na kota. Shini ketiana huwa nika wa machine kia tute iti ya wa machene ka wa machana. Sutuku tacha na kote shana hote. Shi meka hukuku no to shono kota. So as we mentioned before, today the main theme is the astral dreaming to kuchta nakatiana. And in order to activate our astral dreaming abilities, I'm going to bring an invocation, an angelic invocation to activate intuition, clairvoyance, and clairaudience, and clairsentience. Thank you. Amen. Tukusnika kutana mu. Muri na kutai, mitechi ni kinta na kuntanita tomate, So we send all these energies, Kukuntana, from the angelic realm to all humanity and to the whole planet. Mishana, so be it, so it is. Makaturinakai, Misninak, Doninaka Kuntachet, Misnidika Tuntarika, Nerikita Tanarukutaiki, Aruka Shane, Inika Kutaneta Tucha, Chechantakukatana. And with our light languages today, from our higher selves, we will be supporting, as we mentioned in the beginning, also our abilities to remember our dreams and also to recall them when we come to these present realities that we consider, we call life, and so that we can get all the messages that we are receiving from source. Mistnika Kuntana. Like I said, it's one of my favorite ways to receive information, and it has been supporting me practically all my life. Before my awakening, I just didn't have the faith to trust enough every detail, and also I didn't have the ability to interpret them the way I learn naturally to interpret them. And I say learn like this because I'm not even sure if I learned it, because it just magically I started understanding what they meant. Misnikata tuntanika tuntana. And that comes from intuition, that comes from connection, that comes from the whole understanding of everything in totality. So my intentions today is for that too, so that we can all in this planet dream and experience astral dreaming. During the astral dreaming, something that I experience also is having a break from everything. It's so profound. The experience is so authentic that for the time that you are having that astral dreaming, you are having a total, absolute, total break and rest from the everyday living. Tukusnak anuka. So you don't only get the information from that astral dreaming, but also the healthy state of feeling fully rested, misnikana, and rejuvenated, and also refreshed. It's a kind of reset, mukustantikana, resetting every time that you have an astral dreaming. It gives you perspective from the reality that you are living. It gives you also the angle from where to look at things, not only from the astral dreaming, but also as if your life is a dream itself. Misnika tuntanaka tona. So it gives you that perspective and angle to observe everything. Kukundaka, and from that rain wisdom. Kukasana, misnakata tuntaka. We acknowledge that not everything that we call life is the totality. We give us that space so that we can go beyond our emotions, go beyond the experience of this life. Misnaka kutinka kuta sikanata totainaka. And then when you are in that state or from that angle, you get to understand the infinite wisdom. You obviously don't get everything, because the wonderful thing about it is to discover more and more wisdom and more information that you can take with you and apply in your life. At some point, my astral dreaming became also interactive. So within that astral dreaming, I was kind of taking control and taking decisions that took me to a different level of reaching to information that my soul was interested to recall, so that I could bring to this realm, to this life. Makaatesh ik itanak anato sinkanak atanata. So that feels like you are not being in a passive state. You feel like, okay, I'm living a parallel life. I'm interacting with other beings in my own dream. Kastitia kukuto tikata tote sana akanata anata. And that gives you an incredible sense of expansion as well. Anything that creates a sensation that life doesn't end with death, it gives you a much wider feeling of empowerment, because you acknowledge that the end is not when this body or vessel get older and doesn't want to be here any longer. Kutshaneshnika kut enika to tiene si amaku te tin tiana kuntanata kin tiana kutate tiana. So my intention is for all of you to also reach that beautiful gift and ability activated. And if you have it activated already, these light languages will in some way or form also improve the process of expansion and evolution. Mukushanak anatian tatuata shikatatakwata Ushanakwata nika anata. Brother Wesley, you want to continue with the intentions? Kuwaka.
Tukutaka takiaka takata, kutukuaka takiaka tuaka. Thank you very much. Kinikia tuaka. My intention is just to share so that we can be bringing our dreams to reality. Sakuya kiaka tukuaka na kiakoa. Tukuaka ta kiata kuatata. And in a way, anyway, I suppose that's kind of the interplay of the dreams, anyways, to recognize certain unfoldings that's going on within this space. Sukinikiaka, makiata, so it's become more aware of the embodiment of that. Shakunukuakatakiakata, sawa, tayi, mowakata, rotata, kotata, kiata, wuaka, nakuaka, ukuaka, and Sakunukuaka, Tikiaka, Sukua, thanks very much. Shikunika.
Thank you.
That makes no sense.
Wonderful intention. Taku Kanada. Bring our dreams to reality. Karu Kutuana. We celebrate for that. Tukua Shanaka. Hutatiaka. It's where I'm feeling waves of energy and joy. Kukuata. Sister Wendy and Brother Dave, if you want to share your intentions. Tamaku Kaiseneta. Our intentions are also to wish you all guys out there and all humanity and the planet the best year ever. Musatia kanetia kutatiana. May your dreams become true, like Brother Wesley said. Kusanakwata. Sister Wendy, all yours. Tukuata.
Well, I understand the importance of dreaming, and I understand that that is when and where we really are all the time. And that when my intention for myself has been to understand that when I wake up in the morning, that this is the dream. And that in the astral, that aspect of us, that spirit part of us that reconnects with spirit every night or morning, whenever it is that we sleep. Without that connection, we really can't exist. And many people will say they don't remember their dreams. And that may be that they don't remember them. That it's not that they don't have them. They say, I don't dream. Everyone dreams. You have to. It's part of your connection to source. And without that connection to source, as we understand it, and as Bashar says, we can't exist without dreaming. So my intention for I think myself and others is to realize that this is your consciousness having a dream, just like source is you are the dream of source. And so there's that remembering that when we remember that we are always connected to source, that we are the dreams of source, we are the stories, we are source consciousness, we are God, dreaming, creating. So when we're dreaming, we're connected with each other. We connect it in our sleep. In the astral traveling, we connect with each other. And then when we wake up in the morning, we go back into this dream, the physical reality experience, and sometimes on purpose forget who we truly are so we can play this physical reality experience. And I guess I want to experience the awakening in the dream, the understanding that I want to, and there's so many things about the dreaming and the dreaming experiences that I've had lately, so it's a wonderful topic. But I guess to say, in addition to everything that both of you have said so far, is all of those things for all of us to tap into. And there is an empowerment that happens within us when we begin to understand that we get to create our dream. Like Wesley said, we get to create the dream here. And so much of our consciousness is been led to believe the understanding that we have no power over this experience, this dream, this life, this awakening state. But that is simply not the case at all. And so I guess my intention is to reverse these beliefs, reverse them, and understand that when we're sleeping, that is when we're who we truly are. And we're always connected to that all the time. And to all of those who have transitioned, there we can meet. And we do meet. And when we wake up in this dream, we don't want to give away our secrets and spill our own beans because we want to play the game and we want to be surprised about what's around the corner, because that's why we do this physical experience. So it's very intertwined. in my mind, it's all very intertwined. And dreaming has been probably the #1 awakening experience of my whole ascension process. It sort of all started with my dreams. Yeah, for sure.
Thank you so much, Wendy. For me, it started also with dreaming with Archangel Uriel. That's the way that my life, with the illness in this dream reality, and in my dream world, like with Archangel Uriel bringing me messages about that illness and how to face the illness and heal it. Mika Tuntana. So in a way, it was also because of going to that state of source and connecting to other beings who helped me to live this dream better. And I feel that everything is intertwined, and you can look at it from so many angles, no? It's like the dream is here or the dream is there, and from so many perspectives. Chua maka chanakata is, I love it. It's at the end of the day, if we get to that joy of enjoying life from every different angle and getting all the meanings from different angles, that's great. Tukua chanakocha. Yeah, sorry, Dave. Kuma chanakatia.
Well, my intention is to become a little bit more aware while I'm dreaming, but also when I'm remembering the dreams, that sometimes the dreams are sort of safe training grounds for you to experiment with your soul growth as a physical person. So you sort of go into that dream with the same consciousness level that you might have here in this physical reality, and learn how and practice applying your principles and exploring how you react to different things and preparing for the things that you say that you want to move toward. And so my intention is to take a look at these dreams that we remember, and they could even be old dreams that we think we had when we were kids. All of these things are all in the here and now, and when we think back even on those old dreams, they were soul growth possibilities for you. And even though you might have a dream long ago of let's say, encountering what you thought was a scary situation and how you reacted in the dream, you can now look back on that same dream, and the dream is essentially a safe environment for you to, have these scary things happen and still be safe. You wake up and you're lying in bed okay. To think back on how you reacted to those things in those old dreams that you had, and reintegrate those ideas in the person that you are now, or even the person that you want to be, and then start practicing those things. And I'll share one particular dream that I had shortly, and it sort of all ties together, of course. Thank you.
That's wonderful. Kukashanaka patayecha. Okochinika tatuchana. Wow, the sound went for a moment. Tukushanaka shenika tateatiti. Awamachana kuatana. Do you want to share that experience later on, Dave? Mukusanak? Or however you feel it. You want to share it now? We can share it now.
I can share it now.
You want to?
Sure. So essentially, and this is a dream that I just had recently, within the last week, I think, where in the idea of open contact and being exposed to high energy things, I think I was with the Sasani in a training simulation. In my dream, it was a training simulation where essentially there was very high vibrational frequency. I was in a very high vibrational environment, and yet there were, I guess what I could describe as like zombie alien creatures. And they were, the training scenario was that they were not positive beings, and I had to sort of do something about it and how I would react to it. And even though we were in a high vibration and I was in a high vibration and I tried all kinds of things, spiritually kind of things to to handle the situation as best as I can. The creatures were still coming, and Wendy was there, and of course, you know, it got to a point where it's like, okay, now I have to protect. And after waking up from that dream, well, I should say, before I woke up, I was having conversations with the different Sasani people that I was with, saying, well, you know, how do you handle these things? And, you know, their answer was pretty much in a high vibration, those things don't happen. They just simply don't happen. We don't have to figure out how to handle it. But yet, here I was in a high vibration. And of course, it could have been, you know, negative beliefs and some fear-based things, but there wasn't really a lot of fear involved with it. And I think it was really just a lesson and a test about really knowing that it can't happen in that vibration. And even though it seems like something is happening, or it seems like something is bad, you know, bad or negative or whatever, it can't be happening, and react accordingly. Even if it's let them try to come and get you, and then maybe they would have disappeared. And I remember even for a couple nights afterwards, because I thought about this. I woke up, I remembered this dream. I thought about it for you know, a couple days, and I'm like, I want to have a dream and go back and try some other things. And I don't remember those dreams, but, you know, likely I learned the lesson and didn't have to go back and do it. But that was a very interesting dream, and it just sort of reminds me of other dreams I've had my whole life that had, you know, similar kinds of things, seeing UFOs and seeing different things happen, and sometimes when it looked like, you know, aliens attacking, but I knew even in my dream they were friendly, and other people were reacting badly. But it just reminds me of all these dreams, and reminds me to transform those ideas in my now moment of how I would want to react or would react, and
empowering yourself with that positive frequency, no? Understanding that if you stay in the high frequency, divine frequency, you don't really need to do anything, no?
Right. And it sort of reminds me of in Star Wars, where Yoda and Darth Vader were fighting, and Yoda, you know, for whatever reason, Yoda just put his lightsaber down and, you know, essentially sort of ascended, you know, let Darth Vader, you know, kill him or whatever, but he didn't really get killed, he just ascended. And that was sort of the idea that went into my mind, or was shared with me from the Sasani, about, you know, what you really do, because you don't die, you know, so
it's very similar to the experience with the shark, because when I was in front of the shark, I was feeling this empowerment inside that for some reason, when I woke up, I say, if this happened in reality here, in this dream called life, maybe I will just run away and like, or swim really fast, maybe my fastest swim ever. But in that dream, I so felt that faith and empowerment, like that feeling of ascension or ascending that you mentioned, that you don't need to run away, you don't need to be afraid, you can just be the light in that moment, and the shark will even understand what you are trying to say.
We're creating the reality. So it's impossible for us to create a reality that would, you know, like kill us, unless it was our time to go.
Exactly. I was gonna say that only happens when we want to go. When we want to go, we create the illness, we create the accident, we create whatever. But in the meantime, we don't have to be worried about anything because we are creating it. So why did you put a shark there? Or why did you put a bunch of zombies and people trying to capture you?
When you were describing your dream, it just sounded so familiar, just different characters and
exactly different ingredients but the same kind of meaning, no? Very connected. Yeah, thank you for sharing that. Musi shakakutana chania. Brother Wesley, do you have any dream that you have had recently that you would like to share or you feel like sharing? And if not, it's okay.
Yeah, I had a dream today. Interesting. It was actually like my brother was in it. Yeah.
Whoa.
So,
like talking about meeting with our family, his brother was there.
And he passed away in 2019. So it was nearly like him stepping into a different different role. So yeah. Yeah, like at a young age, it's funny because when I had my shift at a young age, I used to astral project, like as a very young, I remember even being a teenager, and control vivid dreaming, like as if the so-called real dreaming. But then actually when in the shift, then my dreams actually kind of went into another field again. Yeah, I think the Tibetan Buddhists follow some things like sometimes like it's transcendental space, and sometimes I remember nothing, but it's like a total. I think we used the word earlier, like a reboot. So it's like you just dial back in your. There's not much in the mind. Yeah, and it's funny because like before my shift, like there was 11 for that, even things for manifestation, or even doing certain things like do things super quick, but it was always like focused. But like then it came stage, right? You know, it kind of went in a way because you're more present. Not all the time, but you're more present in the moment. You're not even thinking of the future. So it's interesting to witness. Because there are two different concepts of reality. That makes sense. Yeah.
When you met your brother, did you feel like you were like the consciousness that you have now here on Earth? Or you felt like more like an experience with him, separated to what you feel here?
Like, well, it was more like I think I dropped into as part of the spiritualist group in Toronto. So I dropped in a couple of weeks ago. So one of the women that knows me, because I used to do healings at it, and my brother dropped in. So, but already I was communicating with her. So she was like, when she was working with her, she was like, somebody's here. And I said, no, you're talking. And she was like, you don't even need me to do this. I said, not really. And then she was saying to me, like, why you get, so it was interesting communication because she was talking to him like, why do I need to explain it? So then he was just basically coming down and saying, it was more or less thanking me, really. Yeah. So, but you're talking about the space of the dream world and this world. Sometimes it's an interlocking of spheres of actually reality constructs that are playing out at the same time, and within those interlocking, there's certain keys that can be gifted in a way of realization, and then certain plays then that are acting out in this field. Like there was a play acting out, and then I recognized the play, and even individuals. So then I actually stepped into position, and my brother was a baby actually. So I basically said, this is that, and that's that, and that's this is that, if that makes sense. Because sometimes certain character roles, like within this here might, they're saying, oh yeah, it's kind of like sometimes it's sort of no drama. If that makes sense. Yeah, it's kind of expanding consciousness in this reality to it, sort of thing. Masukunu kua kiaka takota kataka kutuwaka nakia kiaka waka shawa. Sukunu taiye tata tuwaka takota. And then there's further expansion. Shukunikia kuata kinikia kuaka. Recognition shukunikia takaya. So yeah,
do you usually connect to him, to your brother?
Oh yeah, yeah. I do. Like I was a part of when he passed. I was a part of, like, I sent the crew through to see him off. So I would be. I communicate with him. Like as soon as I acknowledge it, but sometimes I just, because I think that's a kind of a big thing too. I don't try to interlock him because he's more or less teaching. So it's to let them do their thing. But then as soon as I, like even here, like in Norway, he was, there was a few things he was just telling me, like cooking and, that's nice, or sometimes getting music. That's pretty cool, yeah. And then, or even sometimes I might be on a Billy's side and I'm either dancing to something, and he's more or less dancing. And he's like, yeah, do you like that? So sometimes it might be references of music, or like I was getting, this Merry Christmas is actually references to food. That's pretty cool too. Stuff like that.
That's so nice.
Yeah. So, but as they say, I don't set I kind of don't set out, because I let him do his own stuff. Like, so yeah. And he's a part of, like, even what I work with. He's a part of what I work with. So, and that's funny because he kind of he comes in firm as well when it comes up in that spiritualist church job. Instead, like he comes up and he kind of shares to people, like more or less what we're doing. So yeah, he's just a part of the crew. Yeah. And so, well, I suppose, like the sister has gone to psychics and stuff, or mediums, and the psychic would describe me, and she described the brother, and she described what I'm doing, and then she described the stuff that's happening as well. So it's interesting. Yeah. It's amazing.
And
it's
somehow in Christmas, we personally experience it that way. In Christmas, I used to celebrate every Christmas with my mother, my grandmother, and my auntie, and the three of them, they passed. Mesh, Itaka, and Tana. The missing feeling, that missing feeling called me to connect to them, and I've been connecting to them, to their souls. I'm not sure how much in astral dreaming, but in my meditations and doing things, basic things at home, like domestic things, like cleaning, doing things like that, I was kind of feeling the connection, the super connection and presence with me, And it's how can the human emotion of missing someone, of wanting to be with someone, how can become like a call into the other realm, so that they can come to you and embrace that moment, so that you don't feel the loneliness, so that you feel the company, so that you remember that they are always here, also with us if we want to. They can be instantly with us if we want to. And so, listening to what you were saying about your brother made me a little bit emotional. Mika, Tatiana, because in this period of holidays, we call them, we naturally call them. because we love them. We will always love them. Oh,
Yeah, amazing. Like when you said it there, I was getting back flashes because like what I brought up, because it was New Year's Eve, or sorry, Christmas Eve that happened. It was Christmas Eve morning, so it's like even me, like affected me, but it was like my mother and my like his daughters, and my nieces, like my sisters and my brother and my father. So they all like hit them very hard. It is not hard, but like even like I was sharing, like my brother's telling me there that like it's amazing, and then I realized like I was like, this is actually the time. This is coming into the time that he actually when he was leaving.
wow.
So it's interesting how, you know, like it just pops around, just to make sure everything is, and that's what the psychiatrist was saying to Sister as well. He kind of pops around, he's looking after stuff that's yeah, it's interesting. Massive work.
Super amazing.
Even you guys just made me remember a dream that I just had a few days ago. Same thing. My mother recently passed, and she was clearly in my dream. And it was, and I knew that I wasn't here, and I knew she wasn't here, and I could clearly feel her presence. I could hear her voice talking to me in the dream, and it was weird because I couldn't see her, but I could picture her, what she looked like while she was talking to me. And so yes, like you said too, and I recently lost, or I don't like to use the word lost either, my younger brother. This is our, you know, well, it's technically our second Christmas since he passed, and he transitioned like 2 days before Christmas. And I had a circumstance that I just discovered this week about someone in my family who also attempted to take their life on Christmas Eve. And so I'm still working through that too. So, and I do think that a lot of these things that we, you know, when we say we work through, like Dave said, you know, we come here to work through these things, but we're also, you know, in Astral, we see it from a completely different perspective. And so we're actually already talking to those people that are already transitioned. And so, yes, I agree that, and even when I'm cooking, all of a sudden, I can feel her right there with me, my mom with me, right there cooking. Even today, when I was preparing dinner to put in my mom was right there with me, because it was just one of those things that she also used to cook. And then there's times when even Dave's mother, I will feel. And she and I have never met. She transitioned, you know, long before, when Dave was younger, and long before she and I mean, I've never even met her at all. So, but yes, it's very interesting how, you know, how intertwined all of these things are. And like you said, it's like, how is it that we created this, and it's so powerful? A smell, forget about it. A song, forget about it. You know what I mean? It's like, and I just told Dave that the other night. We were listening to music and dancing on, you know, I think it was New Year's Eve, and it was just him and I. But it's like, and Christmas Eve too. And anyway, it was like, how is it that these songs can evoke such powerful emotions if we are just creating this right now? It's like, isn't that? So when you're talking about astral travel and dreams, it's just like, it's so intertwined that we don't even know what we don't know yet. You know, it is incredible. And yet we also understand that if we truly believe and understand that we're all spirits, then we know that, you know, your brother's sitting right next to you right now, Wesley. My brother and my mom are sitting right next to me. No judgment, no, you know what I mean? They're just nothing but pure bubbles of love, and and so we also get to experience them from this brand new loving perspective. Because I know for sure that if we hear a voice, and I just said this to Dave the other day, I said, I know if I hear a voice that says anything to me that's less than positive, that is not coming from there. It's not coming from them. It isn't. There's no judgment with them now. So if you hear something that you think is, oh, you should have done this, or you should have done, nope, that is not who you're hearing. That is not the place that they're in right now.
That can be your own mind, just messing with you.
So if we truly understand, like Bashar says, we don't, when someone transitions, we don't see them as missing. We still can communicate with them, just in a different way. I don't understand what that different way is, but I know I feel it too. I can't deny it. I don't think any of us can,
We
Or
can.
right there, it's the dog that we had, or the cat that we had, or the, you know what I mean? Or like I said, that smell, and that reminds you of that Christmas, or whatever, So it is, we are incredible beings.
A divine masterpiece. Is the divine masterpiece of creation.
Now imagine being completely conscious of both worlds at the same time. I think that's what the masters understood.
Mm-hmm.
You're both at the same time. You're not one or the other. You're always both at the same time. It's just a shift of focus, that's all.
And there is also a reason why we are gradually getting there, because if everything happens now and not gradually, it will create a certain impact in our lives that maybe will take us very far from alignment, because there is so much power when you become capable of connecting all the realities together. There is so much flow of energy. Yeah, but my feeling is that we are gradually getting to that awareness, no?
My whole ascension process started with dream interpretation. I bought dream interpretation books. I would wake up early in the morning, light the candle, and sit there and go, okay, what did I dream? Who was I with? What was happening?
My emotions.
The more I did it, the more I did it, the more I remembered, the more I remembered, the more I found out, the more I remembered, the more things I started connecting to in the physical world. And starting, like in my dreams, I started dreaming about, and this was right before I found Bashar, right around the time I read the book The Secret. I started dreaming about tesseracts, the geometry, cube, and I started dreaming about them, and I didn't understand why. So then I started looking up tesseract. As soon as I started looking up the word and then the visualizations of the images of tesseracts, it was like something happened in my brain that switched on some switch that led me to where I am today. Truly. Truly. It was like, I still couldn't even believe I'm like, and I woke up the next morning going, why in the world would I be dreaming about tesseracts? And even these last few weeks, I've been making parts, I don't know, for ships or something. I've been making devices to communicate, and I've been using devices in the astral to communicate with other planetary systems. So it's interesting that you're having, of course, it always is, that you're having this particular hangout today, because I think a lot of us are really opening up to our astral state and understanding, wait a minute, that's the multidimensional me. And I am capable of so much more than I ever understood. And so I think it really empowers us in the physical, sense,
Yeah.
and knowing who we really are, more and more. So it's just really finding out about more of the God that we already are.
Exactly.
So that's kind of how I see the whole thing.
That's another intention. We set the intention so that we can freely connect to all these realities and understand them. Kusana Katana. And our intentions today are also to send love to all our beloved ones who passed. We thank them for being there with us, even when they are not in the physical. For them to keep there, giving us company in the best way they can. I am infinitely grateful. With these light languages, I want to send them love also, and gratitude for being with us and for co-creating with us, for allowing us to remember that they are still there, and that they never truly left. Maku Kaneana, for allowing us to sense that they were not finite souls or lives. Mukuhanata, and that they are still with us. Mukashanakata. So this is the light language, collective light language that we are going to bring to the world, to everyone here, to everyone watching this video. We are going to bring these light languages, supporting every intention that we have been sharing today. And if you are at home, please also set your own intentions and join us. Join us with your prayers. Join us with your music. Join us dancing. Join us doing whatever you feel like doing as a form of expression and love. Mukushataika, tukuata nikatana, shikatana. Ohatanelata, ukatiana kukuina, mia nakukachani kadeana, mia hawata, iagawata, mishana kutanakata. Nakakucha nakawata. Mika tunika tano kuaka. We call on the dragons. Tua makwanaya. Ohana moko kawa tetia nakao matae. Enikene kawa maku kamochiana. Aukunkana kokotana. We call on every light being, kukuana, from every realm. Muhana teanaka. Chikakana, come and join us and support this love and intentions. Makukate nikantene, for humanity and this planet. Mikata tuata, kukutanata, sinakatana.
Kiatata, kotatata, kiatatu tata, matatu kakata kiata ua, sawa katuku akatiki, makanuku akatakia. Shini ke aku akatua, tanua ye woswa, tanua kiata upana kiatawa, mai ya woswa, tanupua, shaniki aku, tanakatu kuta kiatawa, masua kanaka tiaka kuakataka, kuatata kiatua, chawaka tukuaka, mai ye yuasua, sanunu ai ye akua. Mama mua taie tukuaka hini yasua sunua taie tunukuaka nakuata niya woswa sanua kiata tuaka nakua Masua taie tuaka nukuaka nakatakie suwaka tukuaka nuta. Miye ya uosoa sanua katako kanua kanikie iawa. Masufu akataka hotata nanana nanemie iawa ua. Masua tata uka kuta kia tatoaka kia ia uosoata sukata sinie o tananua ni ya uaka nakuata sakuaka nakuaka nekia mai kia kuaka na ia makuaka
Tumaka na kuatana na tukana usana kukana homachana honaka tukuana sanukuanaka
tukota kuaka nakia tuaka kanakua
yawaka na kutanaka tatakia
masukutua katakia takua katakataka tukutua katakia tuaka taua jawa
Watakia kawanata.
Katua kataka.
Muku tua nakata.
Shakatuku waka.
Ikatuku atanaka wata.
Tukuta takutuku waka takaduku wataka.
Watanaku kantaki kawata.
Makutuka.
Dita nama.
Duota sawa.
Mita taku kontanakata.
Wakatuku waka.
Mika taku watakata kajata.
Tukutuku waka.
Inikita kawata kata kawata kata.
Kotetuku wata kutuku waka nukuga. Mihi wata tua. Tukutuku waka. Mihi waka. Duota tua kata. Mihi waiwa.
Awatika watana. Tanika wata. Mikana.
Ikinukutaka.
Oko kuntanaka. Taneki tikana wataka nikita nakatikata kawotikika wataka tikata kata.
Machete. Papa peniku kiaka. Matua.
Pika katu tana kita kaku katata. Mikata kukoto no kukoto na katikata kata kata. Mikata na kikata kata 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 kutaka. Kukataka. Mikata kaku nikaka. Kutaka kata kata. Mikata kata 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 Buka tu tarea.
Tuka. Tuku kuaka taka. Iyawa. Shuno wake aka. Nakua.
Hatoki special. Maya haki amahana ki intoka maisha supa hawa. Hanu avispa ishe meki hawa hani mi meana ina kakua koko hate. Motovi bea inimi ma atoko hama shoro ko bea. Hari kiti bia saramatu yashana kodi imama. Anaya ko atuba shea ko naiha neila situ naya malivia toko shana yanahi nilia dolo palia toko shatila nayanaku lelia lokoto vashanaki si viashana ba yantaba umrama aikiana etevizba antaka Aniata Vispariation of William Pelabasimiti and Dorikisa. Sevishimi Mani Anamalava Akiata Ina and Atakavarova Akavalaba Anna Akatakisha Bomba Lip Pasta Simiinda Yana Akapa Mbea Sijoin Napatiata pata. Aya, Elandia, Kando Ebo Moro Mahe, Nina Ahama Amahakaka, Tizama support Shana, Shani Saba Eveheme Murama Mahana, and Nina Nikoropa Edivispoto Kia, Niva Pohako, Nezuja Ina Yeva, and I took in the Malavasaki, Nayena, Kayawatu Oshana Kibashu, and Te said she Gangaya Naniata Tita Yesoto. Yes.
Wata ne ka wata. Wata. Oh, na kuana. Te makukana. Ane gatana. Oh, de katan tukiyana. Oh, wama. Usha wana wiya wana kiyana wata. Oh, ya wana wika wata. Kika wana kita wama ka wata. Nika wana katikana. Woti yana wama iya wawa. Oh, iya wana. Iya wana. Oh, na. Iya. Wana. Iya wana. Iya wana. Iya wana. Iya wana. Iya wana. Takupa.
Yuta Wata Katakiaka.
Katabiasa.
Nasukuno Koakiaka. Oka Kiaka.
Here's some symbols for us.
Otataika watana.
Mata Koaka Kana.
Wana katia na wata.
Suko the
So
water.
beautiful. Hatuaka.
Natukuaka. Lovely. Shukuno Koaka.
Wow.
And of course, with the intentions of all of us today in activating that awareness, we're not creating something that doesn't already exist within us. These symbols help rewire our brains to activate the synapses that makes us better receivers and better senders in order to receive and transmit astrally and to do it consciously. While we're awake in this dream, they're showing me like literally see into the like see into your dreams. I remember dreams upon dreams upon dreams. I remember them in vivid detail for dreams I've had many, many, many years ago. And some of them are as vivid as if I've dreamt it this morning. And I today even don't know how those dreams to relate to, how those visions relate to what we're even doing today and having in this conversation. I don't really know, but I know there's some relationship. Some of them, a lot of my dreams, and maybe you guys can relate to this, where a lot of my dreams, I'm looking at things from the sky. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's like a lot of my dreams I remember are overhead, like looking from, as if you're looking down on, you know.
I remember one when in that dream I was the sky. It was like the feeling of divinity, the more powerful that I could ever experience, because it was like I was trying to see the extension of myself, and it was endless, because it was like when we look at the sky and you don't see the end, or you know that continues, but you know at some point you don't see anymore. But I was feeling that sense of existence of being that whole sky, watching everything that was happening here in this planet, and that awakening when I woke up in this dream we call life, that was for me like a reminder of how powerful we are, and that we have the ability if we want to, and if we give the opportunity to ourselves to welcome also that feeling of wholeness, that feeling of connection to everything, and understanding from different perspectives, like we say before, that we can look at things from many angles, and that we can have that much wider ability to perceive a lot of information that sometimes will be overwhelming to the human mind. Muakata, hikatana, tatikatantanakata, akukanata kanata. And at that moment in my life, that was also like remember that you are me and I am you, and that you have my abilities as you are me. So if you want to join me sometimes in the expeditions that I take over the world and watching after everyone's, come and join me and kukata ika and be the light, kukushata. Mia katana. Yeah. Yeah. Had you ever had a dream like that, brother? Like being the sky or being the something like.
I was just we went for a walk yesterday there, and I was actually just talking about that.
You were talking about that.
Yeah. Everything is just intertwined.
Yes.
There's a lot of snow here, so it's like everything is intertwined.
Wow. The Norway. So I was telling in a message to Brother Wesley the other day that for some reason I feel so much powerful in that land as well. And then whilst he's there, I kind of feel that connection that I know that he's having like amazing experiences. It's a powerful place, yeah. Kuata. And who is that in your t-shirt, brother? If you don't mind me asking.
Oh, this is actually this is well the guy out of the Beatles.
The John Lennon.
John Lennon. But
John Lennon.
I picked it up in a second-hand store in Valencia.
In Valencia.
Yeah, I was walking in and I was like, oh, I like that. And I was chatting to the guy. He goes, "Do you think that suits you?" And then I said, "Bought it off him." But he said, I think he was telling me that that it's to do with some wall in Prague. I think it's actually a graffiti that's done in Prague. Yeah. I know. I look at your T-shirt. The colors are similar, no?
Very much.
Yeah. I look at the colors. It's like.
What does it say underneath, brother? Imagine? Is it imagine, or what does it say?
It says Prague.
Prague, the city of Prague. Oh, see?
Yeah.
Because the graffiti comes from there.
Yeah. What's yours? What's your T-shirt say? It looks. It's similar.
It doesn't say anything. It's just a kind of a tiger or lion.
Cat, no? Yeah.
It was a gift from Brother Pablo Jorge, the gentleman who come every week in the light language group in Spanish. From Pablo Jorge, he sent me this from Mexico.
Wow.
I thought today is a good day to wear it.
No, it's cool. It's cool, nice color.
It's super cool. It's multiple colors. Also connected, to the dreamland where we can imagine anything, any color. And also the connection with John Lennon that he was saying in that song, Imagine, Imagine all the people. It's kind of, the song is saying, make that dream come true in this reality, His feelings, his love, with that song was like a call to all the humanity to say, create that dream here. Imagine everything in peace. Imagine everything, connected. To me, John Lennon is also a very powerful being. So if I say Jesus in the beginning, because I thought that was Jesus in the beginning. To me, they are all part of the same source. We are.
It's interesting because people do. They're curious what it is. They'll be looking at what it is.
Yeah. And the graffiti guy who channeled the graffiti is also really cool. The style of creating him.
That's epic.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Super cool. So,
yes,
wow.
He's been one of the people I've looked up to all of my life, just because of, his beliefs and,
Yeah.
A great shirt.
Yeah. It was also like a very important person in my life. As I didn't have a father, when I was a child or a teenager, I was always looking for the male figures that were providing me something that I lack of. Not having my father was my childhood or my teenager's time. So yeah, I had this kind of, I was kind of looking for that, and one of these male figures was John Lennon, who was connecting me to earth, grounding, and at the same time understanding my heart feelings, no? Like, oh, if he has those feelings, everything I'm feeling here is true as well, because I've been feeling this as a super true, but for some reason there is so much denial in so many people. But this man he also knows that I know. So he was a kind of a reflection, more of divinity, kama kata, shikawama, who helped me to don't take bad paths and bad habits. Mukuachana kota. And as him, many, like many poets, many artists, many musicians. Tamaku kachanaka toatitiana. And at some point in my awakening, I just figured out that masculine, feminine figure of a dad, I could create it within me, and it was within me, and I didn't need to look anywhere else. And that was a relief, obviously, a relief of, okay, I don't need to look outside anymore. Yeah, I want to send love to everyone who is kind of also feeling like there is an emptiness inside or an empty space, and you are looking for something outside. I want to send my love so that you can find that inner light within you, and fill it up with love, and fill it up with masculine and feminine energy, so that you don't have to look anymore for anything outside. Kukashana, and enjoy life to the full. Kukatanaka. Sutatata.
Suprataka kuaka.
That was
Kinakuata.
beautiful.
Natuaka.
Yatokoshimita was
Sutanakuatana tateaka. Musatayanaka. Kukata. Tiakata.
Oh, I'm gonna roll there again.
Yeah, brother.
us too. We gotta go.
It feels complete. Bye, brother.
Speak, yeah.
Hearts.
Big respect.
Bye, Dave. Bye, Wendy.
Have an amazing
Bye,
weekend.
Wesley.
Thanks very much.
You too.